So I'm going to call the meeting to order. Welcome to the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting for February 3rd, 2022. And Amy, can we have roll call, please?
Maloney.
Here.
Snyder.
Snyder?
Here.
Stone.
Here.
Wagner.
Here.
Smith.
Here. All right. This time, we have any citizen comment this evening? Sir? No? Okay, thank you. You had one brave soul come here with this nasty weather this evening. So, approval of minutes for the Vernon Township reorganizational meeting, January 3rd, 2020. Have a motion?
So moved.
Motion? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? In approval of the minutes for the Vernon Township Supervisors meeting of January 3rd, 2022.
So moved.
Motion and a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Finances, the motion to direct the treasurer to issue checks for the approved vouchers due for payment.
I'll make that motion.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion to ratify payroll for the employees from January 2nd, 2022 through January 30th, 2022, and the supervisors pay.
I'll make a motion.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
and second. Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Under correspondence, we have Dorothy Longstreth, our tax collector, requesting exoneration of taxes. So motion to exonerate Dorothy Longstreth, Vernon Township tax collector, from collecting the 2021 real estate taxes in the amount of $7,087.82 and the per capita tax in the amount of $1,540.
I'll make that motion.
Hey, Don. Hey, and Gary, I'd like to second that motion, and I'd also like to say that Dorothy does an excellent job of collecting the taxes for the township.
Yes, she does.
Thank you, Dave. I
Second that.
certainly agree with that. So, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Thank you. Moving right into our reports. We'll start off with our police report with Randy Detzel, our chief.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and good evening, everyone. What I have tonight in front of me is our first report of January 2022. And for the month of January, our department answered 139 calls for service. We had 14 motor vehicle accidents. We had 5 traffic stops for various infractions and violations of the vehicle code. We issued 2 citations, and of course that turned out to be 3 warnings then. We had 2 criminal citations issued on separate matters. We assisted citizens on various things for 5 occasions in the month of January. We had 9 court hearings. All the hearings were at the district court on Route 19 with the Honorable Lincoln Zillhaber as the district judge. Every one of those hearings was for criminal cases. Traveled a total of 2,198 miles patrolling Vernon. And just again, a few things. Tonight's really special. There's a real dandy storm going on. Folks, just if you can, try to be careful, give yourself enough space in between the car in front of you. We had several little traffic infractions today that resulted in a few cars that were off the road, had to get towed out, but nobody was hurt, so it's a good day. Also, kind of keep your cars locked at night, folks. We've talked about this every month. I mention it. We still have people going around, going up to your car door if it's parked outside at night, trying the door. If it opens, they're going in the car, and we haven't had anybody found yet sleeping in one of the cars, but we do have cars where items have been ruffled through and ransacked and so on and so forth. So just kind of keep that in mind. And last but not least, please watch the school buses. 322, I made a couple stops myself last week where what it is folks don't realize that on 322, you get out here in the area of Walmart and that highway does not have a divider. And if that school bus is out there by any of the residents and it's stopped with a red light on, if you go through it, you've just made a violation of the school bus. And that could be a very costly, not only just the money that you're going to pay in the fine, it's also going to result in suspension of your driving privileges. So please, folks, watch out for those buses. That light comes on, please stop. And that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Any questions for the Chief this evening?
Yeah, I wanted to ask Randy, the chief. I noticed there were 7 or 8 false alarms. Is that's not all the same person or place, is it?
No, we had a couple power issues that came up with power outages, and Fritz, that's what caused some of those alarms. When the power is interrupted on even a very, very short amount of time, it'll trip at that sometimes, and that's what we had.
Right. Okay, no, I remember a couple of years ago with KFC. Of course, that was a lot with the fire department. Just over and over again. Right, yeah. Okay.
Well, Randy, these surveillance cameras I see now are getting very reasonable.
Yes.
And I would think that that would be a very, very good deterrent to have a camera on the outside looking at your vehicles and a sign saying, protection by security camera.
Well, it's
That
an
might be a real
invaluable tool.
deterrent.
It's an invaluable tool. I mean, it's just like we have other places that something will happen, and it's awful hard to argue with a video where you're in the video. I mean,
Right.
it's like candy camera, smile, you're on there. I mean, it is hard to argue, it really is. So yeah, I highly promote that, folks that can do it.
Anything else for the Chief? Okay, thank you, Randy.
Thank you.
And we have the road report. I believe you're giving that tonight, Rob.
Yeah, I'll do that. One obviously didn't make it in. Obviously they were out plowing all day today, and we turned around and being back out there first thing in the morning, so I told them to go home and get some rest. So for January, they plowed and salted the roads 19 days. They had a freezing rainstorm on January 9th. They spread anti-skid for 4 days. Checked roads after some storms, had a few limbs down. They patched roads and spread gravel and ran the road planer on Johnson and Swamp roads as weather permitted. They did some PennDOT agility boom mowing on Harmonsburg Road. They stacked snow and pushed it back at intersections to make it a little safer for people pulling out. Cut and scraped heavy ice buildup on some of the roads out there. Boom mowed brush on McClintock after we daylighted it. The road actually turned out really nice after they went through and daylighted it, so hats off to them. Boom on, it was good. They used the bucket truck to change the green light at the Walmart traffic light that was out. That would have been the light as you were coming in from Conneaut Lake. It was the green light there, yep. So under equipment maintenance, truck 1 repaired lights, welded the sand spreader spinner frame and door, and a new alternator and a right rear mud flap frame repair they did. The truck 2 left front axle, 2 seals, and 2 fuel tank straps. Truck 4, they rotated the tires in a state inspection. Truck 5, we're still having issues with the brake alarm. We're looking into what to do there. We're not really getting anywhere with it. Unfortunately, you either have the alarm dinging all the time, or you pull a fuse and then you kind of lose some of the anti-lock brake capabilities of it. So we're working on it, trying to get it figured out. We're actually looking into taking it to some other garages to see if maybe they can get to the bottom of it. Truck 15, wired and repaired. Truck 20, repaired rear brine tank, plumbing and frame. Truck 21, replaced right front tire and rim. Installed new snowplow deflectors. JD backhoe, new water pump hoses and belts. Changed oil filters and greased. And JD Tiger boom mower. They took the front hydraulic pump to Leo's Hydraulics for a new seal. And just about every day they're out there washing the trucks because they're covered in salt. So they wash the trucks, the equipment, and the floors out there. That's those guys' report for the month.
Using it lots.
Yep.
Okay, any questions on that? Good job to the road department. It's been pretty hectic lately, I know. So. Next, administrative zoning report, Robert Horvat.
Good evening, guys. Say that again. First on my report, I really want to thank the road department. I did this before I knew I was going to be reading Bud's report, but they did a great job the past few weeks. We had an easy start to winter, but the past 2 weeks have been pretty hectic for them. They've done a great job at keeping our roads safe. So hats off to them. Also, this past Tuesday, they, along with the city of Meadville and West Meade Township, teamed up to handle the Smock Bridge sidewalk. They did a great job on it, so hats off to everybody involved with that. It was quite the task to take care of that. They got it done in a pretty quick amount of time with no issues, so hats off to everybody involved with that. Unfortunately, the weather has caused a delay in the start of our front entrance ADA project. Although at this time, the contractor still believes they'll be able to have the project completed by April 1st. I advise any residents that are coming into the building in the upcoming weeks to be on the lookout for any construction. Once the construction starts, we'll have signage up to guide them safely into the building. At this point in time, PCE, the township, and the general contractor are touching base weekly to determine when we'll start. Just wanted to note that the township elected auditors, Paul Huber and Greg Latta, have begun the 2021 township audit, and we're providing them with any necessary materials. I want to thank them in advance for this great service they provide to the township. There's a lot of time that goes into the audit, and they do a great job doing it. For zoning, looks like we'll have another active construction season this year. Before you tonight for approval is the Community Chevrolet Service Area Addition. We're happy to see this business's continued growth in Vernon Township. Tonight, we'll also be setting a conditional use hearing for a potential new commercial development. Mod Car Wash is proposing a car wash north of the access road to Sheets on Route 98. Mr. Porter and myself have met with the engineer in charge of this project several times. They seem to have their ducks in a row. This project will involve the extension of the Vernon Township Water Authority line down Route 98 to supply this development, which the developer understands they will be doing this expansion to the authority's specifications and then dedicating the line to the authority once it is completed and inspected. Finally, Starbucks has completed their traffic scoping study with PennDOT and has satisfied any PennDOT concerns in regards to traffic. They're now finishing up the process of getting their building and zoning permits, and they're looking to begin construction in the spring. So, it looks like it'll be another good year for construction in the township. That's my report for the day.
Great. Thank you, Rob. Any questions for Rob? Fritz and Dave, did you get all that?
Yeah, got it. Sounds good.
Okay.
Got it and read it, yeah.
Great. Thank you, guys. Did you have anything from Ashley, Rob?
No, but before that, there's a motion under my report.
Oh, you're right. Yes. So can I have a motion to approve the Community Chevrolet Service Area additional land development?
So moved.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Okay, thank you. We do not have an engineer report.
No, we're, like I said, we're still working on that.
Right, yeah, I understand.
And then actually, I will say I've also touched base with Ashley this past month and Kevin down there. We were looking into rebidding the roof that we bid last year over the township office buildings. If you remember last year, we rebid all 3 roofs. We elected to do the 2 over the garages. This year, we budgeted for 1 over top of the office building, so we'll be putting that out for bid, potentially to get the numbers in March or April for spring construction. We're also looking into the HVAC system to get that replaced and upgraded. So working with Kevin and Ashley on that to get that squared away. That's about it.
Okay, and you also spoke with Jeff today, our solicitor.
Yep, and it was a good day, it was a good month because I didn't have to talk to Jeff, so, I mean, well, it's always good when you don't have to talk to your attorney, so.
Right. Okay, very good. New business. A motion to approve Resolution 2022-05, destruction of specific records.
Make a motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Yep.
Aye. All opposed? All ayes, thank you. Motion to approve Resolution 2022-06, modification of Vernon Township 537 plan.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
and second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Thank you. We did talk about this at the work session. Motion to award 2022 mowing contract to Grover's Outdoor Maintenance at a cost of $1,139 per mow.
I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
Second.
motion and second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion to approve an eStudio 3015 AC Toshiba copier purchase from Hagen Business Machines of Meadville at a cost of $8,400.
I'll make that motion.
Motion
Second.
in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. And that is a budgeted item. Motion to approve Crawford County's Community Development Block Grant Real Property Disposition Property.
Palsy, I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
second. All in favor? Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? Thank you. Motion to advertise conditional use hearing for Mod Car Wash on March 3rd at 6:15 PM.
I'll make that motion.
Motion,
Second.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. Okay. Motion to approve update of design of signers for Mercer County Bank Curtown Fund to remove Lori Swavey as a signer and update new signers to include all supervisors, Donald Maloney, Fritz Snyder, David Stone, Greg Smith, and Gary Wagner, and the Township Secretary Treasurer, Amy Stedman. This account will require 3 supervisor signatures plus the Township Secretary's signature.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
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 All in favor?
Aye.
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 Anyone opposed? All right. And we have no old business. So that brings us to our upcoming meetings, which will be March 3rd, 2022, conditional use hearing for Mod Car Wash at 6:15 PM. Followed on March 3rd, the 2022 Supervisors Work Session for March at 6:30. And then March 3rd to 2022 Supervisors Monthly Meeting for March at 7:30 PM. We actually have 2 members here in the audience today. Anyone wish, any citizen comment? Gentlemen? Okay, thank you. We'll move right into supervisors' comments then, and start off with Gary.
Thank you, Don. My only caution is to be safe driving out there. These roads are treacherous. There's snow on the top and there's grease on the bottom. I mean, the highway department and the road crews, they can only do so much. When we get the kind of snow we're getting now, they can only do so much. I'm gonna come here tonight, except for the meeting. But please, be very safe, be very careful. Let yourself plenty of time to get the car brushed off, get the snow off it, so it's not flying on the road and the car behind you. And just a note with Dave and Fritz, I think there's a 2 or 3 second delay on when we say something and when they hear it.
Yeah.
Because it sounds like they're not paying attention. It's actually a delay, so that's why they don't make a motion or a second sometimes. But I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, thank you, Gary.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Gary. Greg, your turn.
I'm up. Just pretty much the weather's the hot topic right now. I mean, not that these 2 guys would know anything about it, but just drive carefully. It was just coming over tonight. It was pretty bad. See, we got a couple guys come in the audience tonight. I thought it would be
Yeah.
head house tonight. You guys braved the weather to come in. Thanks for coming.
I just walked over from the trailer.
Well, there you go. I'm sure it was
Well,
traffic, so
That was no springtime
Appreciate your
walk, though.
honesty.
Yeah.
that's all I have.
Okay, thanks, Greg. How about you, Dave?
Yeah, hey, Don, if I could, first of all, I wanted to thank whoever set this phone system up so that we can communicate, I certainly appreciate it. I wasn't aware of the delay, Gary, but thank you. But one of the things I really wanted to mention, because the Kirktown Community Fund was brought up tonight, and I just wanted to mention a special person who actually raised a lot of that money. Her name was Kay Harrison. And Kay was such a wonderful person. She raised these funds from dinners and things like that they would have at the Kirktown Community Center. And she gave it to the township to be good stewards of the funds so that if there were need for finances down there, we would have the ability to help them finance it. But just want to say thank you, Kay. We miss you. God bless your soul. You were a tremendous person. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. And certainly, Kay was a wonderful asset, for sure.
She had a heart as big as all outdoors.
Yep. And everyone else that's carrying on down there, too. Great deal. How about you, Fritz?
No, I think everybody kind of touched on it here. I know that you guys are experiencing bad weather up there, and letting all the boys on the road department, I just want them to stay safe, and we thank them for all the extra time they're putting in up there. And you guys be safe too. That's all.
Thank you, Fritz. Okay. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Armstrong Utilities for being here, braving the weather to televise our meeting, and the Tribune is here, also braving the elements. And just thank everyone involved in the joint project of cleaning Smock Ridge. That was a big project. The city, Westmead, and Vernon Township got it done. Did you ever hear how many loads of snow?
Said 75. I mean, I was shocked at that number, but that's what they said. 75 was.
Yeah. And
They
then,
had 6 trucks hauling.
wow.
So it was
I had
quite.
no idea it'd be that many. But I mean, guys, that there was so much snow on that, it was right up to the top. It was, and there were still people walking across the bridge, which we should bring up. We do have the opportunity for people to ride the CATA bus across that bridge anytime that the bus is running. So please don't brave walking across that bridge and take advantage of the CATA bus. It's totally free to ride across the bridge.
I think it's a good program too.
Yeah. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish my grandson, Gabriel, happy birthday. He's 8 years old today, and he got a snow day. He goes to Slippery Rock School District, and so happy birthday, Gabe. And you can always remember that because it's the day after Groundhog Day, which that little legend's holding true with the weather today, for sure. So, with that, I'd like to have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Meeting adjourned. I don't want to